everyone, welcome back to the corner. It's me, Jeff, and I have an unboxing video for you today. So I have an unboxing video for you today. It's a Voxelab Aquila. Now Voxelab is a subdivision of FlashForge. So I'm hoping this is going to be a really fantastic product. From what I've heard, it's basically a sub $200 Ender version 2. So let's have a look at the box here though before I start with this. So you can see here this big circle. It looks like they had something leaning on this big time, and I have some fun writing over here too. It's like I'm not sure if this is directions. There's some letters, some numbers. Could be a football play. It's like you take the ball, you run this way, and so on and so forth. But yeah, so, and there is a couple of small dings in the box. But other than that, this, I bought this with my own money, and I'm going to review this unit. I did talk to Voxelab about reviewing this unit, and they were kind enough to, said that they were going to send me a roll of their filament too, so I could review as well. The filament's not here. I'm currently talking with their customer service because on the invoice it says this and a complimentary roll of review filament. So we'll see how that goes later on. Maybe this actually got drop shipped from Amazon, so it was here right away. So the filament might be coming from China. So that's fine. We'll cover that later. But for now, I'm excited. I'm going to open this puppy up. I don't have a Punish Props knife or a Evelyn Katie knife or anything. I have a dollar store knife. So we're going to crack this puppy open. I do like the Star Spangled tape on here. I think that looks really cool. And I'm going to see what we got inside of here. So let's see here. Oh, pretty straightforward and easy. As soon as you open it up, you get TIP's power unit is 115 230 volts. It should be selected by switch before power is on. Select the correct input of voltage to match your local mains. Now that's good because, so I think I discussed this in a previous unboxing video. If you're in North America or if you're running with 115 volts and you have it on 230, nothing's really going to happen to your printer. But if you're running at the 230 volts and you have it on the 115 or 120 and you turn it on, you're going to be in for a bad time. Okay, so yeah, always check this. And they're actually showing you exactly where the switch is. So I think that's a really good idea to have that as soon as you open the box. And I'm wondering if this paper, this is actually really good paper. Hang on, this is like super thick. Wow, I'm going to use this for leveling paper. All right, so let's have a look here. We're going to pop this part off. Hopefully there's not too much assembly, but we'll see, right? Let's see if we can pull this off here. Oh, wow. Oh, there's some filament. It's an instruction manual. What's going on here? There we go. This is how it comes packed. Now it's, what is it? It's 220 by 220 by 250. Pretty standard, same size as the Ender. I'm not sure if it's 225 or not. I'll check the instructions in a minute. Similar to most standard FDM style i3 printers are going to be around this. Like, it does have a glass build plate, which is nice. It's got a couple clips. I don't know if those will come off or not. We'll find that out in a few minutes as I take it apart. Yeah, so let's get to it. Let's see what fell out of the box here. Oh, we got transparent red filament. 0.05, so 50 grams of the transparent red. We've got some zip ties, which I'm sure will be important, a manual, and a thank you for purchasing a Voxelab 3D printer. We have 7x 24-hour after-sales service team, which can solve all technical and after-sales problems with your new Voxelab printer. And that's got the email and stuff. So here, let me pull this box open real quick here, and we'll have a look at the instructions. Now, I have put together quite a few printers before, but I do like to do them kind of exactly how the manual says, just if I was new to 3D printing. I wouldn't, I'm going to give you hints and tips along the way of what to look for, but I'm going to assemble it as per the manual, right? So, I've just opened the first piece of paper. And it's in Chinese, which is wonderful, except for I don't speak Chinese. I don't even know if it's Cantonese or Mandarin. Oh, hang on. I'm going to unfold it here. Note, the ones who sells you this printer should be responsible for your after-sales service. So it's 12-month limited warranty, and 3-month warranty on the extruder. Okay. If it fails during normal wear and tear, Voxelab will provide the user with free maintenance services or remove after sales. A warranty period starts from the outbound date. So I guess this is good. This got drop shipped from Amazon. It was probably here in under a week. If I would have gotten it from China, AliExpress or something like that, it probably would have been like 6-7 weeks off of the warranty. Now, if you see what my Chiron video was, I just did. My warranty had expired on that, so I ended up changing a bunch of stuff. But it's just good to know when your warranty starts, so you're just prepared, right? Okay, parts excluded. Ooh, build tape, build plate, acrylic cover, SD card, USB stick, USB cable, TF card, card reader, filament spool, and glue. Accessories, Allen wrench, blah 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 blah. So basically, the printer itself is covered. Nothing else that comes with it is. All right. User manual. Notes, production, intro, spare parts, assemble the printer. Oh dear. Okay, let's have a look here. Do not make any modifications. Dress properly. Do not wear loose clothing or jewelry. Keep your hair, clothing, and gloves away from moving part. Do not directly touch the nozzle. Well, that's good to know. All right. So it's got a little picture of what your printer's supposed to look like. It is kind of small though. Oh, it's got all the parts. It says spare parts though. So do I get these as extras because they're spares? I would probably reword that to be the printer parts instead of spare parts, just if you're looking at this while I'm critiquing your manual. It does look good. It lists everything with a picture of how it's supposed to look and stuff. Printer base, display, extruder, x-axis, y-axis, tensioner. There seems to be a lot of assembly on this, so we should probably pull out all the bits and pieces here and get going on this. So let's do that. So step 1, Z-axis limit switch kit and Z-axis profiles. All right, let's pull all these pieces out here. It's quite nicely packed. Everything's in there quite firm. Just start laying down random bits here as not to hopefully lose anything. It's injected molded. Screen display. Oh, here's the screen. Very nice to this. Ooh, that looks nice. I like the finish on this. It is injected molded. It's not printed, but that's okay. There's all that stuff up there. Just gonna look at that. Spool holder, again, injected molded. What else? Anything down here? No. Does this come apart? No, hang on. Oh. Wrapped up nicely. 2020 profiles. What else we got here? Oh, and the elusive loose wheel. If you notice in my last video when I did an unboxing, there's always a loose bed wheel somewhere. Again, injected molded. But I do like the fact that they have bed down and bed up. Well, it says down and up, so that's actually on there. Although, yeah, I guess it fits this way, so you'll be able to see. That's perfect. What else we got here? Is that everything that's loosey-goosey in here? Let's see. Nope. Oh, there's a Bowden tube there. Hang on. Oh. Here is the bulk of it. Here's the base plate. Oh, and your extruder right there. So I get this out here without breaking anything. There we go. All right. Oh, and the extruder is attached, is it? Yeah. So there's your extruder. Oh, it's injected molded fan piece too. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, it looks basically very similar to an Ender V2 at this point in time. Let's just throw that over there. Get that wire loose. Nothing else in here. Nope. Get rid of that. You got your little tool bag with all your assorted Allen keys and wrenches and whatnots. And the bibbidi bobbidi boos. We'll put all our tools right here. So I'll turn around and I'll lose them in a second. You got a typical spatula. I actually like the AnyCubic spatulas. Those are really nice. They're wide and they got a really good angle on them. I really enjoy those. All right, let's see here. Spare parts bag. Oh, you got an SD card here, which I do not want to lose. There's a belt in here. Now, I don't know if that's an extra belt or not. Nozzle. All your screws. So let's pull these out because we'll need those to assemble. Oh, the bags are labeled too. Round head screw M5 4/16, perfect. Spring washer combination screw, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, so they're all labeled. They're all individually packaged. That actually, I like that touch. I think that's awesome. That way you can have them all, as Adam Savage would do. We're going to knurl all these parts here. Is it knurling? I think it's knurling. Yeah, he knurls all his parts, so he gets them all ready before he does an assembly, so he knows where everything is. I'm not too sure about the pneumatic joints though. I'm not a big fan of those. Let's just see how they work. I haven't seen that style before. Got a power cord and tensioners, access tensioners. Oh, this is an end stop, X or Y. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of assembly here. So this will probably be a longer video than I expected, but that's okay. Well, you know, I was just watching Joel Telling's 3D Printing Nerds Mercury live stream. I actually didn't get a chance to see the entire live stream because I got there late and he was just closing up on it. But I started rewatching it, and this looks very similar. I haven't seen the whole video, so don't get me wrong. To the Mars Neptune, or the Elegoo Neptune. Mars Neptune. Two different planets, two different printers. So sorry if that hurt your ears. All right, so we have all the pieces aligned. So the Elegoo Neptune is $160, and this is just under $200, and you can get it on sale for like $179 and stuff like that, I believe. So these might be comparable. This might have a few extra bits and baubles to it that the Elegoo does not. So let's start assembling. All right. So they're wrapped really well, actually. Oh, there's my access rod. I want to keep that. Don't want to do that with it. Let's see here. Where's my knife? Dollar store knife. Let's cut this down here. So my wife really loves, she's very supportive of my printer hobby and stuff like that. She does, however, tend to give all my printer pet names. So my Prusa MK3S is now a Porsche. This will be forever known as an Atlantis. The Elegoo Mars I have is an Igloo, and so on and so forth. But you know what? It keeps her occupied. I get kind of a kick out of it, so every once in a while you might hear me in the videos referring to it as a different name. But hey, if my wife's able to have her bit of fun with this, and I'm able to have my bit of fun with it, it works for both of us, right? So it's a key to a happy marriage, I'm telling you. That and the fact, probably one of the first prints off of this, it's going to be something for her. So, and trust me, she has some ideas for prints. I have to actually design her some stuff. She's a big Disney fan, as I've told you guys before in the videos. She really loves pretty much anything Disney. So if I can get something, I'm actually in the middle of, it's for a different video, but the Disney store hands out keys. I'm trying to design a big key holder for her, so that will be coming up sometime in the future. All right, anyways, let's get started. Okay, so M545s right here. I need to flip down, so this is the front. This will have this access going towards the front this way. So we're going to flip this bad boy this side. This is step 1. Hopefully there's not 104 as I drop the extruder off the side of my table. That is not good. How do I do this here? Will you balance? You will not balance. Okay. Here, we'll just put you upside down for a second. And we will need M545s. M545s. I'm going to need 4 of these. And they come with lock washers on them, which is good. All right, let's go over here. This one goes here. Because there's a left and the right. One of them has the end stop on it. And you have the end stop wire right here. It's also in the picture too. So you should be able to hopefully line these guys up pretty good. The machining on this is not too bad. I am not an overly big fan of all the injected parts. I'm figuring since you have a 3D printer factory, you might as well 3D print the parts. That's just kind of where I'm going with that. But is this the right one? Yeah. Injection molding is probably much cheaper for them, and they have it set up already, so that's fine. All right, so this is the one side, so we're going to make sure this is relatively on tight. Don't know what board's in here. Do I have a... Oh, I guess I can pop it open and have a look at it. I have to assume... Oh, I should never assume anything, but... I heard it's a Creality style board, and it should have silent steppers. It's based off of, I do have that information, and it's going to scroll across right here. But yeah, it's based off of one of the newer Creality boards. So that should be basically, as I say, this is a cheaper version of a Ender. So this is a clone of an Ender V2. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what we're got going on here. So let me just, does this have any special holes or anything in it? Negatory. All right, we'll put this guy on here. And hopefully I have this all the right way. This one here. The machining is not bad, as I say on this. It doesn't look like it's out of sorts too much. I'll check the level and stuff in a few minutes, but let's just get the top of the tower going here. Yeah, so assembling while talking. You know, it's funny, I was actually going to do this as a live stream, but then I realized in YouTube you need 1,000 subscribers in order to do a live stream. I am not there yet. So if you're watching this video and would have liked to have watched it live as a live stream or whatever, just, you know, do me a favor, hit subscribe, tell your friends to hit subscribe, family members, make up some accounts, subscribe. No, can't say that. That's against YouTube's policies, sorry. So, all right. Okay. So our Z tower is getting there. We're getting to the point where we have something that looks like a half a printer. All right, install Z-axis motor kit and T-type screw. So Z-axis motor kit, which will be right here. The T-type screw is right here. Hexagon socket countersunk head screw, M4x20. M420s, looks like those. M420s times 2. They gave me an extra long one, but they don't give me an extra small one. So let's hope I don't lose this. All right. It's technically, it says to put the Z rod in first, but I'm going to be a bit of a rebel here. Well, no, you know what? I said I was going to follow the instructions to the letter, so let's do that. Let's drop this bad boy in here. And it's, so these screws, here. This is what I'm working on currently. So I am trying to drop it in. Oh, hang on. Is there a non... No, the sides I believe are the exact same. Because sometimes you have them a little bit smaller that you can drop them into, but no, they're exact, like milled down, I think is the word I was looking for. So let's just loosen this up a little bit because it's not fitting in. So that could be a problem if you're a new person and you go put it in and then you cinch it up, it's going to be wobbly, right? So that's not going to work very well at all for you. Yeah, so you want to make sure that it basically touches the top of the stepper motor, the flywheel, whatever you call it in there. So let's loosen this up a little bit here, give a bit more room here. Oh, okay. So, come on. There we go. Okay. Then we will drop this guy in here. All right. Still not in there that far. That's interesting. Okay. Screw it in a bit. There you go. All right. So now she's seated properly, and that's a good thing. So we'll tighten this up. I'm not a fan of these ball heads that come with the kit. Actually, they don't quite seem to fit in there properly. There we go. So you might want to start with the ball end and then just give it a quick little tighten with the regular end, okay? All right, so this is going to go over here now. There should be, I believe, there should be a couple holes here, right? Yeah, there's 1 and 2 holes right there. And that's going to get attached with the M420s, these guys right here. Okay, so we're going to line that up. I guess I can just push them through here. That's very much of a tight fit, actually. Yeah, that is an extremely tight fit. That is an extremely, there's no way, here. I don't think this is going to fit through with the stepper motor there, to be honest with you. Because it just won't go proper. Yeah. So, I'm going to have to, so, let me show you this here real quick. Alright, so, these 2 screws, right there and there, the heads don't fit in between here and here properly, so they're not going to seat in right. So what you need to do is you're going to have to undo your coupler a little, right? So there we go. So we'll unseat the coupler, and then we'll mount this, and then we'll put this back on. There we go. Now those fit no problem. Okay, that one's in. Let's just mount this one here. See? All right. Sorry if my hands are in the way here. So those 2 screws go in nicely. Make sure that's secure. Then we're going to put this on, or this back on, I should say. There we go. And then we're just going to tighten this bad boy up. All right, so yeah, so that was one thing that they might want to change in their instructions, or because this is an injected molded plastic part, people might try to force it and crack it, and that might give you some extra wobble in here, right? So you don't want to do that. So that is tip number what? 2, I guess? 1 so far? It's the only thing I've done. Oh, and this. So yeah, so we've covered that part. So this is now in. This is now secure. This isn't going anywhere. It's looking straight, which is good. All right, now we're going to install the pneumatic joint XE axis kit and synchronous belt. So I need a pneumatic joint, an open-end wrench, an X-axis kit, which is this sucker right here, and a X-axis profile. I'm wondering why I have 2. Are these all milled out the same way? X-axis profile, what's this called? Gantry profile. So X-axis, gantry, all right? All right. So let's get our X-axis. I think I had a bit of a brain issue there. So yeah, this looks like it's building very similar to the Ender or the Mercury from Elegoo, or at least for sure the Mercury from Elegoo. It doesn't have the offsets. It has 1, 2, 3. Okay, tighten the tube connected by open-end wrench and fix the XE axis kit with 2 pieces M15 by 14 screws. M15 by 14. Okay, there's some M15 by 14s here. So we're gonna attempt this. Now, I'm just looking here. So you see, here. On the milling, there is a large hole on each side. And then on the other side, there is no large hole. Now the way that they're putting this together, looks like you don't want the large hole as you're assembling this. You want this away from your assembly. So the 2 holes are on, oh, there's 4 holes actually. Yeah, there we go. So it's parallel, so it doesn't matter if you're this or this, you just want to make sure your big holes are, I'm going to assume, away from how you're going to assemble this. So they have the stepper motor with the extruder at the top here. I'm trying to figure out how they got this to go in here. Oh. So we've got this. And I'm trying to look at the orientation that they have it in. Here we go. So that's going to sit in there, but you need the pneumatic connector here. Where is that pneumatic connector? Right here. Now it has a bunch of really weird arrows and stuff that I'm not quite following. I know this goes here, like this. Now again, this is injected molding, so I'd be careful about going too tight on that. And then these go I don't know. I really don't know here. In these holes, maybe? Oh, okay. So, there we go. That's how this goes. All right, where are those 15s right there? I need 2 of these. Interesting. Sorry, I was trying to figure out from the pictures are quite small. So once you have it figured out, though, you should be okay. It looks like, from my vantage point, anyways, it looks like these line up here. But we will see if that's true or not. So I'll put one of these here. Let's get all our Allen keys back to where they're supposed to be. That one's started. Let's see if we drop that one in there. Now, interestingly enough, this one is quite, there we go, in there, quite deep. So, we'll drop that in there. So this is step 3. And I'm going to show you here before I cinch these up here. So step 3 is, here's your motor axis. Now if you see in here, there's that screw there, and then this one over here. That's what you're looking for, okay? This is where I wish I had a couple different cameras. Getting there, getting there. All right. So let's just tighten this sucker down. That's 1. And that's 2. All right, so now this is secure. This is actually going to go on this way. All right, next, install Extrusion Kit Z-axis passive block. So this is step 4. Let's take in this. That's very light. Extruder kit. Where is, oh, extruder kit's already on there. Okay, so that's going on this. All right, and oh, synchronous belt. So that was not a spare belt. We actually do need it. So let's go grab that. Extra nozzle, end caps, synchronous belt. Okay, got it, got it. Don't need this, this. Let's keep this stuff away here. One for cleaning up. All right, so we have this here. We have this. We need this. We need this. M514s. We need this. And we should be good. All right, so starting phase 4. Put the synchronous belt into the profile along the V-wheel extrusion kit. This is, okay, this is where you're going to need like 17 hands, I have a feeling. All right, so let's do that. So here's your gear from your stepper motor right here, okay? And from the pictures, what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay this down like this, and you're gonna run the gear in the channel, okay? So it's gonna be like this, all right? There's the channel, you're dropping that in like that, okay? What's next? Red lemon synchronous belt. Okay, so this is where it gets kind of funky. So we'll move this aside for now. This is where you're going to need your 17 hands. Now you're going to grab your extruder, and you are going to this is the top. The extruder is going to go on like this. So it's going to be rolling over the belt, just like that. All right. So the extruder rolls along the channel. The belt is underneath it. Then, once you have this lovely piece together like so, we are going to attach the Z active passive block. Now, as you can see with this, there's a long side and a couple of shorter sides here, and one side with a notch. So the notch, let me just make sure I got this right here. Wheels are on this side, this is on this side. So this goes towards the back here. So I'm looking for my M514. And we are going to do this through the, so here is the long side right here. And the wheels are facing towards me. I'm going to put the screw in this way, okay? Just like that. And then we're going to attach, so there's still those two holes right here and right here. We're going to attach this to the front hole. And then there's going to be another one we're going to end up attaching to the back hole. Let me just get this lined up here. Make sure I'm in the hole. There we go. Okay, and let me grab one more of these. And I'll show you the how this stage finishes up next. There we go. Come on. You can do it. Now watch your cross threading here. You might have a problem with that. It looks like I'm having a bit of a problem with it. So just back it off and slowly go in at a slightly different angle. Or better yet, just start before you start straight before you continue on. So there we go. There we go. See? So that's good. I will do that. This is step 4. This is the end of step 4. So we'll get these in here. And let's have a look here. Where are you? There we go. That one's in, and that one's in. All right. Make sure those are tight. Not too tight. You don't want to strip anything. So let's have a look at this now. Well, I guess I can't really bring it up to you. So basically, in a nutshell, here we go. All right. So here's your belt. It's going around the gear here. It's going into the channel. The extruder goes over it, so your belt is still here. And then the Z-axis passive block goes with the long side this way and the two shorter sides like this. Okay, and you get your two bolts in there. Now it looks like I have a bit of a bow in it. Now I think this is on backwards, because they're not really showing you, but I think we're on backwards, and I'm going to tell you why. Because looking at this, they have the holes, but they don't have the synchronous profile on the V wheel. So, here. You see these holes? Remember I said that on the picture it didn't look like they were at the front? Well, if I'm looking at this, where the bolts on for the wheels go, they should sit in that hole. So this is backwards. This is not going to be a very good printer at all. So this is something to really watch for. Okay? So I basically have to undo that entire step and redo it again. So let's just get her done, right? It actually shouldn't be too bad, except for I have to move the extruder over. So let's do this real quick here. But yeah, so that was a good catch, right? Like, I'm thinking that that needs to be in the manual. All right, because otherwise we're going to spend some time doing things that we really don't need to do. All right, so same with this side here. Is we are going to undo this side. This needs to, you guys really need to put the little piece of paper in here and amend them in your manual for this, or a little bit of a note, because yeah, that's not in here at all actually. So that could really, like, it screwed me up. I was following the manual and said, oh, these things are away. So let's go like this. This will be, right, so that should align right up into there, which is perfect. So yeah, so your screw should actually, where your wheel is, the axle for that wheel should actually line directly into that hole on here. All right, so that will be good to know. And now you know this, it makes it really easy and quick to readjust this. So, but yeah, if you were a brand new person putting this together, and you'd be wondering why your prints aren't working that great, that would probably be a really good reason, or a really good thing to check first, right? So this goes this way. There we go. All right. Does it go that way? I want to make sure I'm right here. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it goes the opposite way. There we go. So yeah, so we got lots of room here. All right. And then this at the back here goes here. So same thing, right? All right, well, that's good that you guys saw that. So it will save you heartache in the long run. Save me heartache in the long run. So screw this in. Okay, done. That was step 4. Twice. So is that 8? All right, let's do, what we got going on here now? We got step 5. Okay, install X-axis tensioner. So this would be the X-axis tensioner. X-axis switch kit. We're gonna hit that in a minute. Right there. All right. Hexagon socket flat round. M5 times 14. 2. I have 2 left. Perfect. All right. And hexagon head spring washer combination screw. These 2. All right. So, step 1: disassemble the X-axis tensioner. Okay. There's that wheel. There is the X-axis tensioner. So now we have, let's see here. This is the part we're working on, is the X-axis right here. And you know what? Here, I'm going to move the camera a bit closer. Because after all that, you guys deserve it. There we go. You don't need to see me anyways. And you can kind of see me anyways now, right? All right, so X-axis tensioner. All right, so what we do is, here's the extruder, here's the X-axis tensioner, which goes, how does this go in here? The belt goes through. I got that part. And then is there a hole here? Yes, so there's a hole right there. Right? Okay. I only need one of these. Here's my problem. So this one doesn't go in here actually. So this one over here doesn't go in. I kind of jumped the gun there. So that's my bad. I apologize to FlashForge and Voxelabs for that. We're going to pull this guy out. Then we're going to make sure our belt is all the right way here. And then this is going to go like this. Nope, hang on. This is going to go like this. And then this is going to go in here like so. All right. And then this goes around the outside, just like that. And then we use these little guys here. M514s. No? Two M514s. There we go. M514, M514. So these come on each side. All right. So these go here, like this. There we go. That one's in. And here, let's attach this guy here so I don't forget. There we go. And then this guy goes on this side here. All right. There we go. Perfect. All right. I didn't even look at how many steps there were. So, but we're just trucking along here, trying to get this printer put together. So learn from my mistakes and, you know, check the things that I've been checking and stuff like that, and you should be good to go. So that's step 5, 2, 3, which we just did. Now 4 is insert the synchronous buckle into the sheet metal slot at the back of the extruder. So let's make sure this is nice and loose. Here's the extruder. Okay. Whoops. So you want to make sure your belt's not twisted or anything, wrapping around any wires or anything of the sort. Now you see there's a couple of little, see right here, there's a couple of V grooves. Well, they're not V grooves, they're straight little grooves. So you're going to go like, here, I'll put this one in first, and then I'll show you. So I don't know if you can see that, you just bring it up, and then you just drop it in like so. You do that on both sides, okay? So you drop it in like so. There we go. All right, and again, make sure you're not around any of these wires or anything, and you feel good, right? So you see how those go in to those little grooves? You just slide them down and then pull the tab through, Okay, and then what you're going to have to do is, I don't know if it tells you to do that yet, and I won't jump the gun if it doesn't. It says insert the buckle into the sheet metal slot in the back of the extruder, and it actually has a picture. So that's the picture I'm showing you. That's what you have to do. Okay. All right. Next up, step number 5. Okay, we have M48s. Yes, these locker ball guys here, these M48s. And this is going on to the so what do they call this? X-axis limit switch kit. So inside here you see that's your limit switch. You can hear that. That's to for your printer to know when to stop at the end. So lock the X-axis limit assembly on the XE axis with 2 M8 by or M4 by 8 hexagon socket head cap screws. So they have a picture. Pin to my wall. And if I'm looking at this right, it goes on this side and it comes like this. All right? The gear. Just making sure we have it the right way here. I guess we can, yeah, so you always test it just by listening for the click and making sure you got that right. So let's find the proper Allen key for this. It's probably this guy here. Yes, it is. So we got a full assembly almost going on here, which is awesome. And I can't imagine, aside from the wiring and the gantry, there's too much more to go here. So we are just trucking right along here. I have no idea what time I started this at. I'm kind of looking here, and it looks like we're about an hour into the build, 52 minutes. So that's not bad at all. All right, so now we have installed step number 6. I will have a small sip of liquid because I've been almost talking for an hour. And now I'm back. All right, we're good to go. Yeah. All right. Okay, install the Z-axis moving kit and adjust the tightening of the X-axis and Y-axis tensioners. All right, so here is the back of the printer. Let's bring this guy here. And this is the front of the printer. So what we're going to do is, that is the interesting. Really? Okay. No, I'm just critiquing. B, A, B, B. That's the front. Okay. So what we need to do is basically drop this. Stay. Okay. So the front, the back, this is the front. The extruder goes towards the front. You can't see that right now because it's too tall, but hang on a second. Okay. So let's see why we can't, there we go. All right, so let's get you in there. We got the gantry on. I don't believe the gantry is level, but that's okay. I have no electricity going anywhere, which is fine. All right. So this is the Z-axis moving kit and adjust the tightening of the X-axis and Y-axis tensioners. All right, so what we want to do is we want to tighten these. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. All right. that seems fine. Do they have a guide on how to tighten? It says tips: manually rotate the x-axis and y-axis tensioners to be the appropriate tightness. Refer to A and B, which is a picture of the tightener wheel. The difference between the nut and the screw is 0 to 2 millimeters. The reference standard is to press the synchronous belt. The reference standard is to press the synchronous belt with a little tension. Too loose or tight will affect printing effect, but too tight the belt will break. So it says the difference between the nut and the screw protrusion is 0 to 2 millimeters. So I don't have, that actually feels good to me, and I'm not even protruding yet. So I'm not going to push that, but it's almost like plucking a guitar string. You can kind of feel it, okay? So personally, I'm thinking that I'm okay right now. I don't want to go tighter than this. I'd feel uncomfortable at this point in time. Okay, and then the y-axis, so we'll do that here. This one's already protruding a few inches, and this one needs to protrude a bit more. Hear that? Now there's actually, I think on the internet, there's actually, you can tune it by ear almost, but then everything's on the internet, right? So I'm gonna stay with that for now. Yeah. That sounds pretty good to me. All right, so let's leave that alone. Make sure the Z-axis kit moves along the V wheels to be inserted in the two ends of the axis profile. After installation, slide the extruder to see whether the X-axis can be touched and adjusted the synchronous belt to the proper status. So basically, I'm going to go here, and if you hear that, that is the X stop, right? So then the computer, the printer software is going to tell it only needs to go like 220 over here, right? And then there should be a Y stop. I could hear somewhere. I think I could hear. Yeah, right there. And then the Z stops right here. So all the stops are in. All right. So in step 7. We're almost there, people. Thank goodness. All right. Step 7. Install the gantry profile display kit. So gantry profile is this guy right here. And everything's well packaged, which is good. I'm happy about that. The display kit would be the screen, hexagon head spring washer combination screw, M525's hexagon socket head spring washer combination screw. There we go. Okay, so here, I'm going to move you back a little bit more now, as we got through all that difficult stuff. I got to do the gantry top here. All right, we'll just move you back and forth the whole time, right? So here's the gantry top. This right here, and they're asking you to screw it in. I'm assuming like this. So let's not screw this up this time. So you see how there is milled on one side, or countersunk, I guess you would say, on the one side and not on the other. And you want to put your screws in on the countersunk side so that the heads will be flush. You put them on the other way, the heads are going to protrude, right? So make sure they go in on the countersunk side. All right, and that's it. Look at that. Piece of cake. Oh, these are the bigger suckers. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, hang on. Hey. All right. And 4. Done. 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 All right. That's done. Now, yeah. There's no wobble or anything with this. I know Tom Sandlander, when he did the Neptune, it was off center, so there was a wobble to it. This one's pretty solid on this table. The table's shaking, but it's not. All right, let's have a look here. So we'll want the display to face the front. So we'll need this. Oh, I like the fact that they've already installed the hammer, whatever you want to call these, the T-nuts, the hammer brackets, nuts, whatever. So this goes on to, it says it goes on to this side. Oh, there we go. No. Hang on. How does this go? Like this? There we go. All right. Let's loosen these guys up. So we want to, there's a little picture that you want to slide them in the T-way so they're more secure as opposed to, okay, but fix the profile upright. Okay, use the hexagon wrench to lock the 4 screws onto the left side of the display screen bracket with the machine. So it says you actually want to slide them in lengthwise, but sorry, I'm just very confused at this step because the picture has you wanting here to slide them in so they're this way, like they're sliding into the groove, but there's a front mounting plate on here. So that will not go in that way. They'll have to go in straight, if that makes sense. So yeah, their instructions are a little bit backwards there, I guess. So you're gonna have to align them up straight, and then you should be able to just swap them in like that. Unless you want to take off this whole front mounting plate, but it doesn't say that. So this is where I'm not gonna follow the rules or the instructions. And I'm simply gonna do it the different way. But yeah, so that's kind of one issue there. And there we go. So she's in, just like that. Beautiful. Now it says I need to mount the screen. Here's the screen. Knob goes towards the outside here. There we go. It doesn't stick up too far. It's okay. It's at an interesting angle. I'm all right with that. And connect the display kit with the screen. Connect the display kit with the screen cable. Buckle the display kit directly onto the screen bracket. Okay. So let's see here. I'm assuming this is the screen cable. It doesn't give you a picture of it. This is not marked either. It doesn't have any X, Y, and Z's on it or screen, but I have to assume that's the only one. But again, there's no clear instruction on that. So let's so there is a tab on here. The tab goes towards the bottom, okay? And it just goes in like that. And that's the only thing that goes on there. All right. So that's that. She's good. She's up. Install the spool holder and gantry covers. Okay, spool holder. Do I really need to install a spool holder? Yes, I'll install a spool holder. So I'll need. Now I find it interesting that they attach the hammer nuts or the T-nuts to the screen, and then they give you information that won't work and now they don't have them attached here. So I'm like, okay, sure. M6 is right there. All right, so we have 2 of these. Sorry, I need to go 1 hammer nut. Whoops. Uh-oh. I will find that in a second. I heard it. There it is. All right. Now with these hammer nuts, because you didn't assemble the first ones, you'll need to know that they go in like this, with the little ridge part towards the top, because that's what's going to lock them in. Okay, so you got that little offset there, that's towards the top, and the curved part's towards the bottom. All right, and now extruder is there. We're going to attach this to the stepper side. You want this on the side that's going to feed your filament in. Attach this bad boy here. Oh, let go. Let go, there we go. There we go. All right. And attach the spool. Which way do we want this? We want this going towards the back. There we go. And there is interesting. There we go. All right, that's that. I know you can't see that. Here, I'll pan up in a second. Voila. All right, I'm going to move you back in here because we're done with that. Now we got to do all this fancy wiring stuff, right? Connect the filament tube. Goes here. All right. You're probably going to want to use a line claw, as they call them. And it's in the picture. Okay. Put the flat round T-screws into the material rack as shown. Place the spool holder on the rack and fix the profile with the screws as shown. Put the indicator knob on the motor shaft and then place the 2020 profile cover on both. I have no idea what I just read. I'll be 100% honest with you. All right. So let's lock this in here. Well, that's kind of tight. But I guess tight is better than nothing, right? Okay, so that's there. So that's all done. 2020 profile covers are right here. The indication knob on the motor shaft. Put the indication knob on the motor shaft and then place the 2020 profile cover indication knob on the motor shaft. I don't know what an indication knob is for the motor shaft, but I can tell you one thing. That's pretty much finished now. Indication knob on the motor shaft. I don't know. I am filament tube, M46. Okay, wire connections. All right, this is the really straightforward, fun part. So we're going to see if we can get this going and running here. So, okay. So basically what you're going to do is we're just going to, let's start left to right here. So we've got the screen connected. There's no wires coming out of this side. Okay. Now, turn a bit more here. We have This says E for extruder. Then we've got X. And we've got Y. So E for extruder would go here. This is your extruder motor. So we're going to put that here. Turn a little bit more for you. All right, so that's in. The X axis is here. Oh, there's two for the, oh, okay, that's the, so you have the 4 pins. Those are for your steppers. And then you have the 2 wires. Those are for your end stops, okay? So where is the end stop on here? So I gotta say this is actually kind of tight here. I'm doing some of this stuff. So let's see here. All right, and then, so there's one back here too. This is for this motor here. This would be this. Sorry, this is for your Z motor. Your Y-axis is already hooked up. So this one here, the loose one by the back, is for your Z. Your Z motor is right here. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right. So that's your Z motor. That's all hooked up now. And now we have this end stop over here. Goes right here, which would be your Z end stop. Okay. And I believe that is all the wire that I have. That is pretty much it. Now we just have to make sure that our power button is on the proper voltage. And currently it's sitting at 115. I'm a firm believer they should ship them all at 220. I'd rather have them sent on 230 for the simple fact that it won't damage a machine. If it's on 110, like if this got to Europe and it got turned on, you'd, right? Blue magic smoke, all hail the blue magic smoke. Just not good. Now we have, you know, we have 220, 230 here too, right? In North America. So if I offended anybody with the 230, I profusely apologize. That was not my intent at all. Oh, so yeah, so we're missing that one wheel here, right? Remember how that fell off on the box? So let's see if we can get that guy on here. All right, so our printer is, I don't want to say printing, but she's up and she's running. Where's the power cord? Now this would be the test here. All right. And now if this was a live stream, I'd be asking what people wanted printed right now. But I'm just going to go, hopefully there's a demo thing. Oh, so the power button was actually switched to on. So I just flipped that to off. Again, just in case, I don't want to blow up anything or myself. Let's plug that in. And let's hope we have, I hear, I see, we are up and running, I think. Let me just turn this way. There is a, here, let me, how do I remove the print bed? I think that would be an important thing to do, because I don't want to be warming it up with the print bed as per. Bed leveling, bed leveling. You know what, the bed is, there's a little bit of a looseness, but it's not too bad. I'll fix that in 1 second. This one here, where are we? Where's that concentric nut? It's probably on the other side. Yeah, of course it is. Okay, so I got a little bit of a shimmy on the bed. The extruder is very tight. I'm fine with that. These guys are actually the wheels. So when I go like this on the wheels, I don't want them to spin freely. I want them a little bit of friction on the wheel so it carries what it needs to do. If they're too loose, they'll just spin, and if they're too tight, you'll see a lot of debris on them. So I'm just checking all that right now. That seems to be fine. I see these clips here. Let's pull that off and pull that. Ooh, nice little ass of that. All right, let me just see if I can find that concentric nut. I think it's on the other side. I'll spin this bad boy around. Come here. This side here. There we go. All right. So the concentric wheels are fine. Let's do the peel. Oh, it's got a decent texture to it too. There we go. Get rid of that. Put this to the front here. Let's make sure she heats up and homes all properly. Don't know if I like these clips or not, but we will. They're actually not too bad. I'm alright with them. I just wonder what happens if one of them snaps off. Alright, so let's go to settings. Touchscreen? It's not a touchscreen. Is it a touchscreen? It is not a touchscreen. Alright. Let's go to motion. Back. Back. Control. Auto home. Where'd that lovely piece of paper go? Okay, so that is I don't need the Chinese part for this. Let's level my bed here. Oh, actually, let me heat it up. No, I don't see a reset button on here either, actually. So you guys can see that. There we go. Preheat PLA. I don't have filament in there. I'm going to grab some rubbing alcohol and I'll be right back. Alright, got some paper towel here, some rubbing alcohol. Let's just clean the bed off a bit here. Now, I'm hoping that this stuff will be fine, because I know the AnyCubic plate on it says if you do it when it's hot, you're going to ruin the bed. So let's hope it's not hot. Alright. That's that. Oh, the smell of IPA, I tell ya. Whew. Love that stuff. Alright, we got an SD card there. So basically, in a nutshell, what I'm going to do now is, give me a second here, and I'm going to level the bed. Disable seppers. Alright, well, let's level the bed here. Is it on the bed? Oh. Well then. That's go and scratch. as we preheat. Oh, it's already heated up. Well, that's good, right? Let's go to that corner here. Oh, I guess we'll have to do a bit of wire management, eh? I don't know if it said that in the manual or not. No? Seriously? Oh dear. I'm close. Let's try this side here. There we go. Always that one corner that doesn't want to level properly, eh? Try over here. Oh, did I see some blue filament? I think I did. There we go. Alright, so we're good. She's leveled, she's warmed. A small scratch. I don't think that was me though. Oh, it was probably me. Oh yeah, I can see. It's actually not a scratch. I think it's just the blue filament. I think I'm just rubbing the nozzle a little close. Alright, let's see what we got on this little card here. And now we'll... Oh, I'll have to load filament first, of course. But, of course, it's a micro SD card. Yay! I love micro SD cards. No, I don't. All right. Let's have a look here. Print. Oh, Aquila text model, rotation nut, test hook, toolbox. Well, I guess I'll do the test model, but first I need to move Z. Interesting. There we go, okay. Now we're going to load some filament. And let's see here, what's the rest of the manual say about, we'll get our printing, make sure she's working, cut the filament, load the filament, pull the filament through to this position, replace filament during printing. Oh, it's got automatic load on here too? Sweet, alright. Where'd my, there we go. Let's see here. Let's grab this. I know I'm chopping my head off, right? I can probably back up a bit now. There we go. Whoops, that was me. I think I unplugged it. Alright, so let's go control. Well, yeah, it's not touchscreen. I gotta get used to that. Preheat PLA. Automatic load. So we'll get automatic load all set up here. And we'll see. They didn't give me a pair of clippers, did they? No, they did not. Oh, no clippers. Okay, that's fine. Right, where's the end here? There we go. So let's go like so. I really don't like these little trial things. They end up getting tangled. There we go. Okay, now usually what I do is I'll just sort of spin off a little piece so it kind of has a little nub to it. And there's no filament sensor on this, so that's okay. So let's see what the automatic load does here. Please insert the filament through the feeding gear into the tube. Heating, please wait. That's excellent. Let me see if I can follow it up. Alright, we're heating. heating, 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 heating. How exciting. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this closer to the camera. Like a lot. And then I'm going to move. I'm going to be over here. Cleaning, 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 cleaning. Through the feeding gear into the tube. Heating, please wait. Why are we heating to 235? That's kind of extreme. Loading, take about 1 to 2 minutes. Please wait until the filament is out of nozzle. Alright. While we're doing that, oh, it's feeding. I can see it going down. So that's working, which is perfect. And, oh, see, there was blue. I thought I saw blue. Huh. Knew it. There we go. So she's feeding. She should be good. I think we're all right. Let's simply go back at this point in time. We'll go back to preheat PLA. Back. And let's see if she prints. I don't know what the test model is, so we'll give it a whirl, and we'll see. So, throw this all back here. I'm back over here now. All right, so in a nutshell, it went together rather easily. It had a couple of small issues as far as a couple of things in the manual you have to look out for. It's a pretty solid build. I'm liking it so far. I'm gonna wait to see what happens with prints, of course. But this should be their demo print. I'm not gonna let you guys watch all this. I'll post it later when I'm done. I'll probably post a picture to Instagram. And yeah, we're gonna have a look right now. I might have to adjust the bed a little bit. I don't know how level the bed's gonna be. It doesn't look too bad. Let's put down a layer. All right, so let's. Sorry about that. The video died on me, so let's go back and let's try to print. So we'll do the test model, but under options here, I was actually impressed. There's a Z offset. So we'll be able to get our Z offset going, hopefully just right, if it's not sticking to the bed or anything, right? So yeah, I think I'm liking this machine. I think it's going to be awesome. It's doing, it went together really easy. Let's just have a look here. Let's go with Z offset here. Let's go -1 and see what that does. I think I'm okay. I'm sticking pretty good. -1.5. Yeah, so it's running a decent first layer. So yeah, this is the unboxing. I will I'll tweet I don't tweet. I'll Instagram a photo of the final print, and I will finish this review, okay? All right, we'll see you in a minute. Bye. So hey guys, yeah, that's the Voxelab Aquila unboxing and some hints and tips for putting it together. I'm going to do a review on this in a little bit. Right now I've kind of got it right there. She is running a bunch of her test prints that were on the card. Then I'm going to install some software and the slicer stuff, and we're going to try to get a fair review on this sucker and see what she can do. Okay. So yeah, if you like this unboxing video, hit the subscribe button. If you got one of these printers, I'd like to know if you got any hints or tips. But basically, to me, it's built solid. It looks like it's an Ender 3v2 clone, and it's a lot cheaper. It's pretty quiet. It's got the silent stepper drivers on it. So yeah, I'm going to continue on playing with this for a little bit, but it was a fun printer to put together. It wasn't too difficult. There was a couple of steps in the manual that could have been interpreted, I guess, a different way. So yeah, hopefully that unboxing video does help you put this sucker together. And you know, if you like the video, as I say, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below if you got one of these, or if you'd like to see some mods done to this. I'm going to do a couple updates to it. I'll start with firmware and stuff. I know there's a new firmware. I'm pretty sure you can get Marlin on here and stuff. So yeah, looking forward to tinkering around with this guy. Okay, so until next time, guys, peace out.